The whole boxing world believed that Teofimo Lopez Sr. got knocked out by Keyshawn Davis about 5 years ago. And it happened shortly after Teofimo Lopez Jr. and Keyshawn Davis had a sparring session. And we all believe this because Shakur Stevenson actually confirmed all of this. But Teofimo Lopez Sr. just came out and clarified all of this on Punch Drunk Boxing. And we just found out Shakur Stevenson actually lied about the whole incident, and he actually tweeted about it. We will be talking about that and also about Shakur Stevenson coming out and calling himself Killer Shakur. And this is what we are going to be talking about next. But before we get into that, if you guys are not subscribed, please punch and knock out that subscription button. That way you'll never see it again. And ding that notification bell. That way you never miss any of my new boxing videos. Alright guys, let's get to the round. Ding ding. Okay champs, let's get started. So Shakur Stevenson had tweeted about the sparring session that Teofimo Lopez Jr. and Keyshawn Davis had 5 years ago. At the time, I believe Teofimo Lopez was 13-0 and Keyshawn Davis was an amateur. So Shakur Stevenson actually stated that Teofimo Lopez Jr. just sat there and watched his dad get knocked out by Keyshawn Davis. And he also stated that Keyshawn Davis was beating up Teofimo Lopez. But Teofimo Lopez Sr. came out and stated that all of this was not true. He said that his son, Teofimo Lopez Jr., was actually beating Keyshawn Davis. So I guess Keyshawn Davis had enough and he actually turned around before the bell rang and Teofimo Lopez hit him on the side. So when the bell actually rang, Teofimo Lopez tried to give Keyshawn Davis a dab, but Keyshawn Davis sucker punched Teofimo Lopez. So that's when Teofimo Lopez Sr. got mad and he went up to Ray, and that's when he said that he actually used the N-word. But he states that he did not mean it in a racist way because they are from Brooklyn and they use that word all the time. And he uses that word more when he is upset, and that would make anyone upset. So that's when Coach K actually got the pass to hit Teofimo Lopez Sr. But Coach K did not knock him out, and Teofimo Lopez Sr. actually grabbed Coach K. So that's when they got into a scuffle. Then everybody started jumping on top of Teofimo Lopez Sr. But Teofimo Lopez Sr. stated that he almost died that day because he could not breathe because everybody was on top of him. But Teofimo Lopez Sr. states that all that is in the past and him and Coach K already squashed the beef. So nothing that Shakur Stevenson tweeted was true. And if you ask Coach K, he will tell you the exact same story. So Teofimo Lopez Sr. stated that all of this happened after the 5th round ended. And Teo Sr. stated that it was the 4th round when Teofimo Lopez was beating up Keyshawn Davis, and not just that, he buckled him and almost knocked him out. So when the 5th round started, Teofimo Lopez was beating up Keyshawn Davis again, and I guess Keyshawn Davis had enough and he just turned around and walked to the corner without even the bell ringing or even calling a timeout. He just walked away. So the difference is Teofimo Lopez hit Keyshawn Davis while the round was still active, and Keyshawn Davis sucker punched Teofimo Lopez when the bell rang. So that's why Teofimo Lopez Sr. got mad and said the N-word. So that's when Coach K went over there and cracked Teofimo Lopez Sr. So Teo Sr. grabbed Coach K until he felt that he was gonna lose his grip, and as soon as he lost his grip, he hit Coach K as well. And I believe that's when everybody got on top of Teofimo Lopez Sr. That scuffle seemed so fast that you never know what happened. There's always angles and different sides of the story. Maybe Shakur Stevenson was at an angle where that's exactly what he saw. But if you see the incident in a different angle, you probably see a whole different story. Everybody was on top of Teofimo Lopez Sr., so that does seem like a jump. But the only thing that doesn't make sense is that Shakur Stevenson actually stated that he seen Keyshawn Hayes hit Teofimo Lopez Sr. So I'm sure Shakur Stevenson did lie about that. I'm wondering why he lied about that. He made Keyshawn Davis look like a chump, because Keyshawn Davis is a walking, breathing professional weapon. Any professional boxer is a walking, breathing weapon. They can actually get in trouble for that. And there ain't no bragging rights if a professional fighter beats up on an old man. That's scandalous. And I low-key lost respect for Keyshawn Davis for doing that. But I'm glad that Shakur Stevenson lied, because I was a fan of Keyshawn Davis. I'm a fan of Shakur Stevenson as well. I'm still your fan, bro. But you are just known as a liar to me now. To me, you will always be known as a liar. And once a liar, always a liar. And that is something that I cannot do myself, because I'm religious and lying is a sin. So you are still one of the greatest fighters I've seen of this time. I think you and Naoya Inoue are the best fighters today. If you and Naoya Inoue were in the same weight class, that would be an amazing fight, man. But stop lying so much, bro. I'm just glad you did lie, because I would have lost respect for Keyshawn Davis. So now we all know Shakur Stevenson will never pass a lie detector test. But that's neither here or there. And Shakur Stevenson in a recent tweet stated, "Old files, in 2024, I'm banging it out with ninjas." I'm going to introduce y'all to Killer Core. Get the F out the way. I don't know, Shakur. I think you're lying, bro. And I think you're just saying that because people don't want to fight you. You're a very avoided fighter. And who will blame them? You're hard to beat. I think you beat everybody. Tank Davis and Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez. You're still one of my favorite fighters because you do not lie in the ring. You probably saying you're gonna change your style so people will fight you and not avoid you. Then you can get big fights. But it's still hard for me to believe anything you say. And I know you are getting backlash because of the poor performance with Edwin de los Santos. But since you lied about this, I don't know, did you ever show the note to Everything Boxing? I mean, cause everybody can write a note. Just kidding, bro. I know you're a lot better fighter than that. And the only thing that makes sense to me is that you were really injured. But you lying about the Keyshawn incident made me raise an eyebrow like The Rock. But I really don't think you should change your style, because I know you cannot bang with Tank Davis or Teofimo Lopez. You cannot box them for sure. I think you and Devin Haney will be a big old chess match, but I think you will have the most trouble with Devin Haney. But what do you guys think? Shakur Stevenson should change his style or keep it the same? And do you guys think Shakur Stevenson is a compulsive liar, or he was just at a different angle? Comment below and I'll write to everyone back. That's it for me, champs. I gotta roll.
I shook up the world! I shook up the world! I shook up the world!